Hi, welcome to another Tasty Tuesday on Christie's A+ Cooking. Today, I is for International, and our featured recipe today is Swedish meatballs. Let's get started. My husband Ken really loves Swedish meatballs, and so I decided to make homemade Swedish meatballs today. I'm going to start with 1 pound of hamburger and 1 pound of ground pork, and then I'm going to add, I'm actually going to mix those two together first so they're nice and blended. And then I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of panko breadcrumbs, 1 small onion finely chopped, a teaspoon of dried parsley, 1/8 teaspoon of allspice, and 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1 tablespoon of milk. And we're gonna blend that all together, and then I'm gonna make some meatballs out of them, but I want to make sure it's all nice and blended. I forgot to mention that I added 1 egg to help bind the meatballs together. And now that these are all formed, I'm going to put them in the freezer for about 10 minutes to firm them up so they can keep their shape. I know this recipe isn't as quick and easy as the ones I usually specialize in, but I had some wonderful ground pork that I wanted to use from my friends Marcine and Danny Ferguson from Rigby, Idaho. And so that's why I chose to make the homemade meatballs. You can purchase Swedish frozen meatballs and then make the sauce. So my meatballs took about 10 minutes to cook. You can also cook them in your oven at 425 for about 10 minutes and bake them on a rack on your sheet. But I wanted to have the flavoring for my sauce. I took 3 tablespoons of butter and I'm melting it. My frying pan is on 350. And as soon as it's melted, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour and make a roux. Getting all that yummy fried on burger. And I'm just going to cook that together for a minute. You want to be careful not to burn it, so you don't want it too high. And then I'm going to take 1.5 cups of beef broth and a tablespoon of grape jelly and a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. And this is what makes it taste like IKEA brand Swedish meatballs. Just gonna stir that in, and it'll thicken up. It's easier if you use a whisk. It's starting to thicken up. If you want it a little bit thicker, then you can also add 1 more tablespoon of flour, but you have to do that at the beginning, otherwise it'll be lumpy. And the last thing you're gonna do is you're gonna add 1 cup of heavy cream. Some recipes call for milk, others call for half and half, but this recipe claims to be the best Swedish meatballs and called for heavy cream. Just gonna stir it all in. And then you're just gonna add your meatballs back in, and this could either be served as an appetizer or a main meal. I added the meatballs back in, and we are looking forward to trying this tonight. Here is today's recipe. As you can see, you can use these as an appetizer or a main dish. We couldn't wait to taste these, and we decided that it was worth all the effort. If you're enjoying my videos, be sure to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and tell all your family and friends about it. Thanks for watching Tasty Tuesday, and I'll see you next week.